Hello everyone and welcome to the unboxing and quick install of the new Ado Air. In case you are wondering, Ado it's a brand that has been on the market for about 2 years, so they are kind of a newer brand. They used to make very good budget friendly e-bikes and they have very good support. But with the Ado Air, they went a step up ahead, and this is kind of a premium e-bike because it has a lot of features that are only found on expensive high-end bikes, such as a carbon drive belt. They have a torque sensor, they have a smart app control, and a lot of things that really improve the ride experience with this. And not to mention, this is one of the lightest e-bikes that are on the market in this form factor. And I'm going to try to take it out of the box, and there we go. I must say that the packaging is also great because you get very thick foam. The cardboard is tripled, so the box is very strong, and the bike itself is wrapped in a lot of extra foam, and it's all fixed together with zip ties and this type of hard foam, so it doesn't wrap, it doesn't hit between its parts. This makes it very safe during the transport, as you might know that this type of bikes during transport they are thrown around by the delivery guys, and some of them end up being squashed, destroyed. Well, we don't want such thing with this one, so everything is really well protected. So these are the mudguards, by the way. Even the accessories are packed nicely, and they have extra tape so they do not flow around in the box. Let's move on. So let's see this one, right, and probably the bike will unfold, so we need to take care with the handlebar because it's taken off and we have to install it. Let's see how this goes. Right, and we can fold this so it stays in one piece, and let's put the kickstand. Right, that makes it even more easy to work on. And now we have to remove a lot more foam from it. Let's also check the handlebar installation system. Right, I'm gonna take this off also. And the stem has the locking system here, so we are going to unlock it, and then we are going to check here. So it has these two screws here and it will grab on this part here, so we need to take this out. Let's check for the accessories if we have included some installation tools in the box. We get an air pump, and let's see what's in the box. So yes, we get tools, we get the charger cable, we got the pedals, we got a phone holder, we get manuals, and here it's the guide for installing the app, and of course the battery charger that is inside. Alright, so I'm going to take the tools that Ado has provided, and one of these hex keys, because you get several of them, should fit to this screw here. This one is too big. Alright, and this is loose now. Let's take this off. And we got this. We take the foam out. Let's take this off. Really nice. Take care with the cable so it's not twisted around. And this should be something like here. we can check it. So it's straight like this, and we can start tightening up these screws, but we also need to actually first tighten this up. This is a very important step. I'm going to show you why right in a minute. Okay, so the idea is the following. This system works this way. You have here a bearing. The bearing is actually held in place and adjusted so it doesn't have play by putting this and tighten it down. If you don't do that properly, you are going to end up with having extra play here. So to properly install this, you are going to let this loose for now. You are going to tighten this up until the handlebar works okay, but it doesn't work too hard, so it doesn't rub on anything else. That means that you have properly set the height of the locking here and holds this in place without any kind of play in here. As you can see now, it has a lot of play because nothing is screwed in properly. And then when this is tightened up, but the wheel and the handlebar still moves nicely, then you are going to tighten up this clamp here so it holds the handlebar in the correct position and it doesn't twist on the steering stem here. When this is tightened up properly, so don't overdo it, don't do it too much, just until it holds this in place. It doesn't have any kind of wobble, it's secured, but this can be tightened a lot, and don't do that, don't use the force. After you fix it and it's okay and the wheel and the handlebar still moves nicely, just adjust the handlebar so it's straight with the wheel. And now we are going to secure it, secure the clamp. And after we secure the clamp and this is tightened properly, then we are going to check that again to see if we can tighten it up a bit more, but just a bit more, not by much, because you can break stuff doing that. So that's a very important step to properly install this. And now the handlebar is straight, it's in position. We are going to open it again and check this screw again to see if it's tight enough. Yes, this is okay, so the handlebar is now properly installed. And now we keep taking off the protective foam. Careful not to scratch the brand new frame with the tips of the scissors or a cutter or whatever you are going to use. It will be a pity because the framework is really nice. It has hidden wells on this part here. It looks really good. So it will be not so pretty to scratch it from the beginning. We are going to do that later by riding it. Alright, and here's this on this part here. You are not probably going to see with a lot of zip ties. It's the battery tightened up to the frame and again secured really nice. And let's take the battery out of the packaging. Again, we get a lot of extra foam here, and here we are. The battery is here pre-installed with the stop light, and this goes in quickly. We just need to open the clamp, make sure it's loose enough, and this goes in straight away, just like that. And now we are going to connect the battery cable. That's very easy. You just push it here. To release it, you just twist on this blue part. Now we have to install the pedals, and the pedals are marked for your convenience with left, right, and the pedal also is marked with right, so you don't cross thread it, because one has a normal clockwise installation and the other one has anti-clockwise installation, but being reversed it's on the other side, so it's kind of complicated for the mind to do that. Again, we have a key that fits perfectly, and all that is left now to do is to install the mudguards. the mudguards have the same length, but they have different holding mechanism. This one has this screw here, and this one has these bent wings here. They are bent on purpose. You are going to see why. It's not from the transport. Idea is that this is for the rear, the other one is for the front. We need to take this screw off. This uses a nylock here, so if you are going to try to take it off, you are not going to be able to keep this with your hand, so you are going to use the provided tools once again. You are going to hold this with one key and turn it out with this one. The nylock prevents this from getting loose while you ride from the vibrations. And just like that, this is off, and we can remove the plastic. And this will go here, just like that, over the frame. And now we are going to put the screw back. This is going to be a bit tricky because now you are going to actually need to hold the nylock in place, but that provided key will not go in, so you need something like pliers or something else, or you can try putting this reversed, meaning that you are going to put the screw from the back part and you are going to struggle to tighten it up with this through this limited space here. That's another option. So you can actually hold this with the key on this part. So it's up to you how you manage to do that. And now the front one, which is a bit more tricky. The idea with the bent brackets is the following. Theoretically, you don't have enough space to install this without taking off the front wheel, which you don't want to do. So they are bent because you can put this like this, and you can actually slide them underneath, so you can then bend them back and fix them here. But first you need to take this front screw out that holds the headlamp. And again, you can use here the tools that are provided, but also you can use your own to make it a bit more easier. Alright, and it's coming out nicely. There's also a washer here on this part. Going to take that out also. Then you need to take out the headlamp, just like that. Now we are going to gently bend this even more so it passes through this. And this is going to be the hardest part for the install, actually. So this one is almost out. You need to take this just like this. It's outside. Now you are going to push this in the front. There we go, and bend them to the correct position. And now we are going to put everything back together, meaning the headlamp with the screw, and we are done with installing this, and it's now ready to ride. But first we need to also fully charge the battery for at least 12 hours first time, because that's very important for the battery to balance the cells internally. And as simple as that, and as quick as you have seen, the Ado Air is now ready to be taken to the full review and really be tested out. So see you on my next video, and until then, bye bye.